Automakers are pushing the limits like never before, and the SUVs of 2025 and 2026 don't just look futuristic, they feel like they've been pulled straight out of a sci-fi movie. We're talking bold designs, cutting-edge tech, and features that could completely change how we think about family SUVs. But which ones are truly worth your attention, and which are more hype than substance? Stay tuned, because the answer might surprise you. The SUV market in the US is evolving faster than ever, and 2025 to 2026 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting stretches we've seen in years. Automakers are no longer satisfied with just bigger screens or slightly improved engines. They're chasing futuristic designs, smarter tech, and a driving experience that feels a step ahead of today. Take brands like Tesla, BMW, Hyundai, and Toyota, all bringing fresh SUVs that don't just look striking on the outside, but also promise smarter cabins, advanced safety, and features aimed directly at American families and commuters. These aren't just refreshes, they're strategic moves to capture a new wave of buyers who want style, efficiency, and cutting-edge tech all in one package. What makes this especially interesting is how these upcoming SUVs will compete. Some promise electric powertrains with eye-popping range, while others lean on hybrid efficiency or bold, futuristic styling that instantly turns heads. Each model comes with its own strengths and its own compromises. In just a moment, we'll break down what sets these SUVs apart, from exterior design and interiors to performance, pricing, and the features that might make or break your buying decision. But first, let's dive into what these cars are really bringing to the table. Now, let's take a closer look at what these futuristic SUVs are actually bringing to the road, and why they're generating so much buzz. First up, the exterior designs. Automakers are leaning hard into bold, eye-catching looks that make a statement the moment you see them. Picture sleek LED light bars stretching across the front, floating rooflines that give a sportier vibe, and sharp aerodynamic curves that don't just look modern, but also help improve efficiency. Some of these SUVs are so striking they almost look more like concept cars than production models. Step inside, and the interiors are where things get even more impressive. Think massive panoramic screens, voice-controlled features, and cabins designed to feel more like a living room than a car. Premium trims are layering in sustainable materials, recycled fabrics, eco-leather, and ambient lighting setups that can shift color to match your mood. For families, the layouts are more versatile than ever, with sliding second-row seats, flat floors for extra legroom, and clever storage that makes everyday use practical. On the technology side, this new wave is setting a high bar. Advanced driver assistance systems are becoming standard, with features like lane centering, adaptive cruise that feels almost autonomous, and AI-powered safety alerts. Some models even come with self-parking modes or hands-free driving on highways, though the effectiveness of these features still varies depending on the brand. Performance is just as exciting. Several of these SUVs are going fully electric, boasting ranges that push beyond 300 miles on a single charge, with lightning-fast acceleration that can rival sports cars. Hybrids and plug-in hybrids aren't being left behind either. They're offering a balance of strong fuel efficiency and lower emissions without compromising everyday usability. Still, not every SUV nails the balance perfectly. Some prioritize range but sacrifice cargo space, while others focus on power but come with higher price tags. Speaking of price, this is where things start to get interesting. While base trims aim to stay competitive for everyday buyers, the top-tier models climb quickly, often into luxury car territory. The big question becomes, are the futuristic features worth the jump in cost, or are you better off sticking with a more practical mid-level trim? We'll get into that shortly. One of the most fascinating parts of this new wave is how differently the automakers are approaching the same challenge. Some are betting big on sleek, tech-heavy EVs, while others are offering futuristic looks but keeping tried-and-true gasoline engines under the hood for now. This creates a tug-of-war in the market that will only get more competitive as buyers start to decide which direction they trust more. And here's where things get really interesting, because all the futuristic promises finally meet real-world performance. On paper, these SUVs look unbeatable, but once you put them to the test, the truth starts to reveal itself. Take the electric models, for example. One SUV that claimed over 300 miles of range actually struggled to deliver that under highway conditions, dropping closer to 250 when pushed harder. Meanwhile, a rival brand not only matched its advertised range, but even outperformed it slightly, proving that sometimes the hype doesn't match the reality, and sometimes it quietly exceeds it. Acceleration is another surprise. Some of these SUVs launch from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, territory once reserved for high-end sports cars. The experience is shocking the first time you floor the pedal. Instant torque, no hesitation, just a surge of power that leaves traditional gas-powered rivals in the dust. But on the flip side, not every SUV feels this refined. Some show rough transitions between hybrid and gas power, while others sacrifice ride comfort for flashy speed numbers. Inside the cabin, real-world use also shakes things up. Those massive touchscreens, they look futuristic, but in a few models, they're more distracting than helpful, requiring multiple taps for simple controls. On the other hand, certain brands have nailed the balance, blending sleek design with intuitive usability that makes every drive feel effortless. This is the moment where the line between winners and contenders becomes clear. The SUVs that combine futuristic looks with real-world practicality stand out as true game changers, while others risk fading into the background as more style than substance. But which of these bold new entries actually delivers the best mix of value, performance, and future-ready design? That's where the final verdict gets interesting. So after looking at design, performance, technology, and real-world usability, what's the final verdict on these futuristic SUVs of 2025 to 2026? The truth is, not every one of them hits the mark, but the ones that do set a new standard for the entire segment. If you are the type of buyer who values cutting-edge technology and bold design, the fully electric options stand out. They deliver jaw-dropping acceleration, sleek interiors, and features that make daily driving feel like a glimpse into the future. Just keep in mind that range anxiety and higher prices are still very real trade-offs. For those who want a balance of innovation and practicality, hybrids and plug-in hybrids hit the sweet spot. They offer futuristic styling and modern features without completely sacrificing affordability, cargo space, or the convenience of filling up at a gas station. These are the SUVs built for families who want something forward-thinking, but also reliable for the daily grind. And on the other hand, some models simply don't justify their hype. Overly complex infotainment systems, inflated pricing, or performance that looks better on paper than on the road make them harder to recommend. What's undeniable, though, is that these SUVs show us exactly where the industry is headed: more electrification, more futuristic design, and more focus on blending lifestyle with technology. Whether you're ready to buy now or just curious about the future, these launches are shaping what the next decade of driving will look like. So, which one of these SUVs would you trust in your driveway? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more future-ready car reviews, and stay tuned, because the next big launch might just change the game all over again.